You just tell LaFleur to stop with the Johnny High School stuff. Oh, he's not out. He's not out.
Oh, the door's pretty open.
I mean,
yeah,
enough.
The door's pretty open. Yeah, so help me understand why we're doing this. Like, because, look, we talked about this a little bit, I think, briefly on Tuesday, this whole idea with the running back kid for the 49ers saying that, yeah, they told him on Friday he was going to start, and then they didn't tell anyone that Christian McCaffrey was going to be out until the inactive list came out. And then Shanahan claiming that that wasn't accurate, what the kid said. And I just, like, you could tell guys are trying to say it in a way that holds, including Malik Willis, are trying to say it in a way that holds out hope that Jordan Love's going to play in this game. And I don't understand it. I did a hit with the ESPN Indianapolis crew this morning, and they're the same way. Like, they're like, does he think that the Colts are really falling for this? I don't understand what the point is to this. You can be optimistic without pretending that he's going to play. Now, look, I'll be happy to come on Monday, even though it's not my day, and admit to the entire world that I'm an idiot and I was too dismissive of this as gamesmanship if Love actually plays. But it's just everything we know about this organization, everything we know about this medical staff, everything we know about Jordan Love's bright future with this team would tell me that even if it's only a pain tolerance thing with an MCL, you just don't want to risk that with him and the stability of his knee. And the next thing you know, you got him out there, he gets twisted wrong, and he blows out his ACL, and now you're really in deep doo-doo.
And isn't this a situation, Jason, where they're denying that they reached out to Ryan Tannehill because they want to build up the confidence of Malik Willis, but also by leaving the door open, that's kind of telling me that they don't really believe in Malik Willis.
Amen, brother. I had the same thought. And Malik Willis is up there yesterday talking to us, trying to, leave the door open for Jordan Love too. While we're all trying to ask questions about, the excitement and the process that he's going through and all this other stuff. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to be a jerk to LaFleur. I just don't think this is his lane. Like, he does some great commercials for Bell and Health up here. They're really funny. They're really well written. They're entertaining. But I just don't think he's that great of an actor, and it feels like he's trying to play a game here that I don't understand the upside, because I don't think Shane Steichen and Gus Bradley are over there thinking, well, we better have two game plans, one for Malik Willis and one for Jordan Love.
Jason, speaking of Malik Willis, by all accounts, he is a very nice young man. People say he is polite, and they root for him. And if it sounds like I'm doing the old compliment sandwich thing, well, I am.
When you start talking about a football player's personality.
Hear me out. Spoke to some people who cover the Titans, and Ty Dunn compiled, along with Bob McGinn, the reaction, the analysis of many, many, many NFL scouts. Now, are they always correct? No, they're not. That's a caveat that I will throw out there. But I got to tell you, Jason, pretty universally, the reviews are not great. And I think the thing that startled me the most was a statement that I gathered yesterday, which was, and I'm just pulling up my phone, which is where I'm keeping this information, struggles with football. How optimistic should Packers fans be about Malik Willis's ability to win them a game on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't. Couple things. First of all, he does seem like an authentically nice kid. We actually had a conversation after the group dispersed, because I don't pretend to be one of the people that you mentioned there. I try to be pretty ethical, and when I ask questions, I try to be pretty respectful. I think people like Charles Woodson would tell you that I can ask the tough questions when they're required, but I'm respectful of players. I think that's part of the equation of doing this job well and doing it the right way. Yesterday with Malik, one of the things I asked him toward the end, because am not very good at jumping in at the right time. I'm really bad at timing when it comes to these pressers. But one of the things that I asked him was that he seemed so calm and even-keeled in terms of how he was dealing with us. And I said, obviously, when you talk to us, it's not the same as when you're on the field or when you're with your teammates. I said, is this how you kind of always are? Is this your real personality? Because we're still getting to know you. And his answer to me was, I'm not sure how to answer that. I know y'all be trying to get us, so I just be trying to keep it cool with y'all. I don't want no beef, I swear. To which I wondered, who hurt you? Because I didn't think that was a question that would lead to beef, as it were. And so I talked to him afterward, and we had a very good conversation. I was like, look, man, we're going to ask tough questions if you struggle, but we're not out to get you around here. And we had a good – and so I do think that he is – the point of telling this story is not to be able to quote him and say beef, because I always enjoy – we've got beef. But I think what I learned from that interaction is he's got scars from his time in Tennessee. And what I would say about him, and I've said this for years, Tausch will tell you this. I think I even have mentioned it earlier in the week that, Tausch always says he went to the right situation. He had this 11-year NFL career in part, not because he had great feet or because he was determined. All those parts of his success story that he deserves credit for, he should take credit for. But he also went to a situation where he got an opportunity, he seized it, and had success, right? You look at what Malik Willis has been through, and you look at what Jordan Love struggled with in 2020 and 2021 after he was drafted. If Jordan Love had to play, he would not have been very good, right? We know what he did in 2021 against the Chiefs. The plan that the Tennessee Titans had for this guy was like the Love plan in Green Bay. It was sit him behind Ryan Tannehill for 2 years, and then he develops, and then in his third year, he could be really good. And instead, Tannehill gets hurt. He starts 3 games as a rookie. He is not very good. No touchdowns, 3 picks, 49 passer rating. Then they fire the general manager who drafted him in December of his rookie season, hire another GM who clearly does not think he's any good. So this guy drafts Will Levis. So now the clock is ticking on how long Malik Willis is going to be a Titan. They would have probably should have traded him after they drafted Will Levis, but they didn't. Then they keep him for another year. Then they fire Mike Vrabel, so the kid gets his third offensive coordinator in 3 years. Actually did some decent things in preseason. I understand it's preseason. And then he gets traded, and now he's in his 4th system. I don't care how scouts view him. I don't think that situation lends itself to success. So do I have all kinds of confidence that he's going to light the world on fire when he plays on Sunday against the Colts? Unless, of course, Jordan plays? No, I don't. But I'm not sure that he's as bad as he may be depicted when he's been in the situations he's been in. Is that fair?
Yes. Very. It's a good job,
Thank you.
Jason. Jason, what's
Thanks,
the plan
Stu.
at right guard this game? Are they still going to rotate? And
Yes.
Thoughts on Josh Myers? Because me and Gabe watched a little film, and he didn't look great.
Yeah, first of all, I think that they're prepared to rotate all season long at right guard.
Really?
LaFleur was asked about that on Monday, and he made it very clear he's in no hurry to declare a winner. Now, do I believe that they will rotate all 17 games if everyone on the offensive line stays healthy? I don't, but they like this idea. They liked it with Sean Ryan last year with John Runyon, and they're prepared to keep doing it. So, yes, I think they will definitely do it on Sunday against the Colts. Look, Josh Myers, I talked to him for a little while yesterday. Like, I agree. I didn't break down the film to the extent that you or Bulaga did, but you saw him in real time, the times when he had some issues. And now you add to his plate, like if Malik Willis is starting, he was telling me he does all the run declarations for the line already. So, which makes sense because he's a fourth-year player. You would hope he's able to handle that part of it. But he's clearly going to have to handle some more of the protection calls in the pass game too, right? Because Malik Willis just doesn't know them. He's still learning this offense. And so if you add that to his plate and then he has to play at the level that you need him to play at, that is a lot. So I think he does need to play better, and he has to be able to manage all these extra responsibilities.
What do you want to ask Jeff Hafley today?
Ooh, I haven't thought about that yet. That's not till 3:45. I take it one conversation at a time, Gabe.
Can't get too far ahead of ourselves, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to say to Tausch. But I would say this. I'm really curious when he looks at, because LaFleur told us this yesterday. I told this to the team, he said, which, again, I don't know what to believe what he's talking to me now right this week or not, but the biggest jump for a defense is from week 1 to week 2. So how big of a jump is realistic to expect, and what exactly was the issue during that 16-play, 67-yard, 7.5-minute death march? I know you got hosed on a call, whatever, but you got to get off the grass, and why didn't you? I think that'll be part of the conversation as well, because that was the ball game right there.